Kumbitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobleng minamnam na hanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawarma Shack, oh Shawarma Shack. Kaya dito ka na isama. Sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobleng minamnam na hanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawarma Shack, oh Shawarma Shack. Kaya dito ka na isama. Sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobleng minamnam na hanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawarma Shack, oh Shawarma Shack. Kaya dito ka na isama. Sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobleng minamnam na hanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Shawarma Shack, Shawarma Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka.
Two teams with something to prove, the first of the many games in this tournament. A way to silence the critics and a way to cement their legacy in basketball. It's EAC Generals and the Filam Nation Select team. Good morning, basketball fans all around the globe. And the games today, welcome to the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. We have two games on tap for today. And today will be the Filam Nation versus the Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals and the WMPBL selection team or all-star team going up against the UP Fighting Maroons. So we'll have one game for the men's and one game for the women's division here in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. Again, good morning. My name is Kiko Malikdem, and with me is my partner Martin Daes, and later we will be talking to Bianca Tagarda. So good morning, Martin. A lot of people are asking, ano ba yung Pinoyliga Global Invitationals?
Well, that's a very good question. So obviously the Global Invitation Games for the Pinoyliga Cup is really an opportunity for all of these college teams to get a taste of international competition, and we're pleased and blessed to have some of the premier schools, especially coming from Japan, who are going to be featured in this tournament.
As we take a look at the participating teams, for the men's side, we have UE Red Warriors, the Nagoya Gakuen University, UST Growling Tigers, Filam Nation Select team, and Emilio Aguinaldo Generals for the men's. For the women's, we have WMPBL All-Star Team, the UP Women's Basketball, the Nagoya team also from Japan, then Ateneo Lady Eagles, and then the UST Growling Tigresses. So the tournament format will have since we have 5 teams, we'll have a 1-round robin. The top 2 teams will advance to the championship game, and the championship game will be a 1-game affair. Now, let's take a look at the Filam Nation Select team. As we take a look at the match at hand, it's the EAC or Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals and the Filam Nation Select team. And we take a look at the Filam Nation Select team. This team is comprised of several talents as we take a look at the roster of this team. So what can you say about the roster for this team, Filam Nation, Martin?
Obviously the Filam Nation Select team is composed of a lot of hopefuls who are hoping to land a spot in the team, but we're also seeing some familiar faces. Obviously, one name that stands out is Alex Konov, Desmond Culian, Andre Macaranas, and Mateo Raipon. Son of former commissioner Russell Raipon.
Yes.
And obviously for some of these people, we're not entirely sure who's going to be available, but from the looks of it, it seems like one of these players who we're going to be watching out for, Alex Konov, won't be available in today's matchup.
Yes, I couldn't see him. Parang wala siya yata dun sa warm-up. But hopefully he can join the team later because important yung important factor siya for this team. Now, for this Filam Select team, ano ba yung kailangan nilang gawin for them to win this game?
Obviously they were a team that was kind of put together for this tournament. So, as any type of club team, you're going to want to push the pace and control the tempo. Use your energy to your advantage. Also, take a hold of the individual talent. Lahat ng nagpapakitang gilas to really try and ensure that they can land a spot on a team. So they're going to have to use that to their advantage and really try to deliver on a great individual performance as well.
Now, let's talk about the Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals. Itong team na to, munti ka nang pumasok sa Final Four last season sa NCAA. So, atat sila talagang bumawi at maganda for Season 101. As we take a look at the lineup of the Emilio Aguinaldo Generals. Martin, what can you say with this lineup?
I mean, as you can take a look here, very loaded yung EAC Generals team na to. It's gonna be a mix of a lot of Team A, Team B players. Some household names here. Obviously, Kyle Ochavo, Jello Loristo, Wilmer Oftana. I think they're going to be leading the way under this well-oiled machine of the general team.
Yes, and as we take a look at the players to watch out, syempre na dyan si Jello Loristo, si Kyle Ochavo, si Wilmer Oftana. They have shown flashes of brilliance sa last season ng NCAA. But Martin, what are the keys to winning para sa EAC kontra sa Filam Nation?
So obviously for them, they're going to have to use their team chemistry and familiarity as their main advantage. And obviously, actually, we covered their game last week, so Next Man Cup, and you could see they are a well-oiled machine. So trusting that system that Coach Gerson has meticulously placed, and they should, I think, be pretty fine today, Geeks.
Okay, now kumuha naman tayo ng balita sa ating courtside reporter na sa Bianca Tacarda para sa balita or updates sa two teams na maglaharap today. Bianca, good morning.
Good morning, Kiko and Martin. It's going to be a really exciting Game 1 of the Pinoyliga Global Invitational Men's Basketball. At sabi nga ni Coach Russell Ripon of the Fil-Nation Select team, bago lang daw ang team nila. But he was told that these players have high basketball IQs and this game will really be a test of their strength. While as for the EAC Generals, sabi naman ni Coach Ariel Season, same as usual pa rin daw ang preparations nila dahil so far so good din ang pinapakita ng team in their off-season ganaps. Pero kayo ba, Kiko and Martin, ano ba yung maganda sa umaga na ito with this game we have in hand?
Pero bago namin sagutin, para sa iyo, Bianca, ano ba ang maganda sa araw mo ngayon?
Maganda sa umaga nito is that this is the start of the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals Men's Basketball. So kung exciting itong first game, what more for the days to come?
Siyempre, excited na rin kami, katulad ni Bianca, excited na rin kami sa mga mangyayari sa men's and women's division here sa Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. Thank you, Bianca, and more of that updates as we go on. Now, Martin, quick prediction para sa laban na to, EAC or Filam Nation?
I think I'm gonna personally have to go with the EAC Generals on this one. How about you? How about you, Geeks?
Medyo ano tayo, underdog eh. So baka Filam Nation tayo.
I
Pero
love it.
hopefully baka mamaya makatisod sila dito. Siyempre, simply because, di ba sabi mo nga, they were just formed just a week ago
Yes,
or
exactly.
2 weeks ago. So baka yung chemistry would be an issue. But let's see. So it's EAC Generals and the Filam Nation Select here in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. And right now, we'll turn it over to our courtside or to our venue announcer na si Richard Tampos.
A very good morning and happy Sunday. Welcome to the ENDERUN Gym in Taguig City. Our first match is the Fil-Nation Select versus EAC Generals. Pinoyliga Global Invitationals Cup. Time to meet the players, beginning with the Fil-Nation Select. Mateo Raypon, Jacob Sarabyaba, Braylon Cheltenham, Alex Conob, Brix Reno. Starting at guard number 2, Jalene Jackson. At forward number 3, Kaylan Fernando. Guard number 4, Jace Akiningok. Playing as center number 7, Desmond Collian. And at forward number 9, Andre Macarenas. The head coach is Russell Raypon. Here's the EAC Generals. Joshua Tolentino, Felix Villarente, John Ivan Kudjamat, Andre Doria, Jetro Bakud, Jello Loristo, Art Cosa, Mac Jacob, Dave Ednilag, Ralph Yanes, power forward number 30, Brian Angeles. The other forward number 3, Jerlan Omandak. Playing as center number 12, Jacob Shanoda. Guard number 14, Nico Kinal. And at point guard number 88, Kyle Ochabo. EAC will be led today by Ariel Season with Florian Pineda and Joseph Guion. And at this time, for the ceremonial toss, may we call in Pinoyliga founder and tournament director, Mr. Benny Benitez. Starting 5, please stay, and the rest of the players may go back to their respective benches.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. This is the first game for the men's division. As we take a look at the referees for this game, Jeric Mendoza, Herbert Santos, Henry Espayos, and Christine Magsayo. And a 5 on the floor, Aquininog, Jackson, Colian, Fernando, and Macarenas for the Filam Nation, while for the Generals of Emilio Aguinaldo College, we have Ochavo, Kinal, Shanoda, Omandak, and Angeles. It's a Filam Nation Select and the Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals here in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. Kiko Malikdam along with Martin Daes and Bianca Tagarda. We bring you the first game of the men's division, and we are live here in the ENDERUN gym in Taguig City. As we take a look at the first turnover in the game. So
Definitely not how you start the ball game.
yes. Baka mamaya ito yung yung parang sinasabi nilang bagong gising.
Yes, exactly. It's first thing in the morning here in ENDERUN colleges.
Yes, sobrang aga. It's 8 o'clock, 8:19 to be exact. But of course, syempre as basketball players, yan yung mga oras na talagang gising na gising ka.
Most definitely.
And there's a shot clock violation, so not a good start for both teams. Turnovers.
Yeah, 2 turnovers to start the game. So may konting may konting muta pa.
Oh yes, yan. Let's see, baka mamaya sa mga susunod na plays. Here comes Angeles. Angeles, may hawak ng bola. And apparently they're really going inside, but there's a steal there. All the way, basket is good for Aquininog.
Good move there from Aquininog. And again, that's their advantage in this ball game. You know, these players are hungry. They're hungry for an opportunity to play against these top teams, and they're gonna have to just push the pace every time that they can get it.
Yes. Kasi syempre, ano yan di ba? Since sabi nga sa report ni Bianca kanina, parang less than 2 weeks yata sila na form. So talagang no time to really put a system, a clear system for them. Kaya they will rely on individual talents.
Yeah, most definitely. Yung mga ganito kasi usually pag Filam Nation Select, you know, they'll have like 1 or 2 plays that they can run, but it's just using that over and over again and really just trying to get opportunities on the fast break.
Oo, yan yung mga talagang inaasahan natin. But of course, for them to run, kailangan nila ng fresh legs. And right now, parang isa o dalawa lang yata
Ayun
sa
na eh.
bench nila. Medyo deado sila sa ganito
For sure.
pagkakaton. But of course, the Filam Select had submitted 10 players. Siguro in the next games, madadagdagan na yan. Siyempre, as we take a look for the Filam Nation, a 3-point shot for Desmond, no good. As of course, we'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, LGR, Shawarma Shack, Smart, ENDERUN, and Buffalo's Wings and Things. Umagang-umaga, nakakagutom na yun.
Parang nagka-craving o bigla ng chicken wings.
Oo. Yun nga, mamaya nga, pag no?
Order na tayo ng Buffalo's Wings and things, no?
8 minutes. And a basket there. Wow. So Aquininog is really, you know, looking for something to say, uy, nandito ako. But of course, from what we heard, si Aquininog is already part of Letran yata, no? So, from the lineup, 10 dito, 4 dito meron ng mga parang colleges. So, like si Macarana sa Mapua, si Colian, of course, we've seen him sa Lyceum, si Aquininog Letran, and then si Konov.
Oo.
Ayan.
Obviously, Alex Konov, you know, kind of a familiar name here in Pinoyliga.
Yes.
And you know what's great about, you know, these types of tournaments is for these players, kahit may team na sila, it also allows them maybe a little bit more playing time, a little bit more opportunity where they can look to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yes. At saka parang pagkakataon sa kanila to like what you said, playing time, and then for them to build up their confidence
Yes,
further.
exactly.
Kasi minsan, no, for a player, pag kunyari hindi ka nabibigyan ng playing time, minsan, kahit paano, yung confidence level mo once you enter the court, parang bumababa.
Most definitely, most definitely. And, you know, and especially for, you know, these Fil-AM players, na as we can see here.
At 3 points off the quarter. 3-point shot off the quarter ba?
You know, so a lot of these players, you know, they're away from their home. So mahirap din talaga pag nakasalala, you know, your whole life is under the hands of a coach. And obviously sometimes on your first year, you don't really get the opportunities that you want. So this is an amazing opportunity for these players as well.
Yes. Lalo na pagbago ka. Pero kasi as you grow old, as you mature, kahit na hindi ka nabibigyan ng playing time, you will definitely, parang yung confidence mo hindi na matitinag, na doon na rin eh.
Yes.
So siguro ito, like for the Filam Nation, mga bago pa lang sila, their first time sila sa mga team sila. Once they get the hang of it, feel ko kahit na kahit gaano katagal sila nasa bench or nasa playing court, they can produce.
Most definitely, most definitely. I think that Filam Nation has definitely kind of produced a lot of top-tier talents here in the Philippines. So it's a great program. So I think, again, it's just an amazing platform for these players to really showcase their talents.
And right now, they are on top by 3. However, they have 2 team fouls already called on them. And surprisingly, ang EAC parang medyo nangangapapa. But let's see in this next place. Oh, step back there.
Wow.
3 points, no good. Rebound, Aquinino. He has been so active early on. As we take a look at number 3, that is Kaylan Fernando. It's 7-2, Martin. What's happening? What do you think?
I mean, I think the Filam Nation is just making the most of this opportunity. As you said, all of these players, especially Aquinino, really being aggressive early on in this ballgame. And that's what you want to do. You want to set the tone early on na hindi sila mag-back down to this tough EAC team.
And speaking of Aquinino, he was part of that play. As we take a look at a fast break play, look at that. Fernando making that one from a pass galing kay Aquinino.
I think yung tanong dito, Kicks, masustain ba nila yung pace nila
Yes.
all the way up to the 4th?
And take note, 5 minutes and 31 seconds of first quarter pa lang to. Pag takbo ka ng takbo, di ba nakakapagod yan?
For sure. So let's see if they can hold this pace, because that's really, it's gonna be a fatigue game for Filam Nation. You know, they're looking good, really good right now in terms of pushing pace. But once EAC starts getting in them to deep waters, kaya ba nila i-sustain yung speed nila?
And taking a look at the bench ng EAC ngayon, parang magugulat ka, sabi, ang daming tao. Parang pwedeng after 5 minutes, may 5 players na papasok, pwede nilang pagurin eh, di ba? Yun yung advantage nila.
Actually, ang daming nakalista for EAC eh. So and that's what's nice when, you know, they allow for the Team B players to get minutes with the Team A players as well. So it's also a really good opportunity for some of these Team B players from EAC to get a little bit of, you know, playtime for their coaches as well.
Yes, I agree din. Siyempre ngayon, nasa bola ng Filam Nation.
Heat check.
Then, nagbuntis na. So let's see. Nakascore ng ang EAC. So we're expecting high-octane basketball from them. Ayan na. 3-point shot. And just like that, natay na ang game. Or, my apologies, 7-6. Dumikit na. 7-6. And that was Kosa hitting that 3-point shot.
It was only a matter of time.
Meanwhile, Aquinino, mukhang talagang pumapasok yung nagsisimula yung offense ng Filam Nation with Aquinino.
And it looks like Coach Russell is giving him the green light to really look for a shot.
As we take a look at Manchester Jacob making that shot. And just like that, it's an 8-0 run by the EAC Generals. As we take a look at that last play. Ang ganda ng pasa from number 13. That's Joshua Tolentino to Manchester Jacob. And timeout is called. We'll be back.
Kung bitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobleng minam na nahanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Show Mama Shack. Show Mama Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Show
Mga kaliga, let me introduce you to the Fil-Nation Select team headed by Coach Russell Ripon. And wherein every player has one thing in common, and that is their FIL-AM identity as basketball players. At isa pa dito is that I talked to some of them, and ang masasabi ko lang is that it's more than just a team but a community of high-quality ballers aspiring to make their way in the Philippine basketball scene. Kiko and Martin, it's more than just basketball talaga no?
Desmond Collian, 3!
Bianca, no? It's more than basketball talaga. And of course, in basketball, marami ka pwedeng matutunan in life. Diba?
I always like to say that I feel like, I guess as for anything, any craft that you're doing, but especially for basketball for us, it's always kind of an analogy for life. You can learn a lot of lessons
Pushing
through the
foul
game.
on number 2, Jalen Jackson is first.
Score is
At the line for 2,
3:48
Jello
remaining.
Loristo.
So tingnan natin. Jello Loristo. Yan yung sinasabi natin, isa sa mga players to watch out here. I've seen him play sa season 100. Like what he said, meron na siyang flashes of brilliance na kung saan siya yung naging one of the top players along with King Gurtiza. And of course, Harvey Pagsanhan back then. So tingnan natin.
I mean, tignan nyo naman yung katawan niya. Parang Giannis built.
3 points! Andre Macarenas.
See Macaranas responding with a 3-point shot there.
And then it's 13-8. And maybe that timeout naging mabuti para sa Filam Nation. They were able to get a breather. Gagamitin talaga yung mga timeouts na yan.
They're gonna need all of them today, for sure.
Siguro ang friendly na lang natin dito na katuwaan dito. Ilang timeouts ang mauubos. But then ito sinasabi natin with the deep bench by EAC Generals, magpapasok sila platoon substitution.
And I think this is the advantage of EAC. They have a lot of bodies that they can throw at these 7, I believe. Oh no, 6 players of Filam Nation. I keep on checking the bench to see if anyone else is going to be arriving, pero parang 6 lang talaga sila ngayon eh.
And of course, nakikita natin si Villarente, Doria, Edmilag, Kinal, and Bacod ready to check in to replace the 5 on the floor. 2:20 remaining, 15-10, 5-point lead, and there you go. With the dead ball situation, platoon substitution.
Yung maganda dito si EAC, kahit yung second group nila, pwede pang first 5 din eh.
Yes. As we take a look at the 3 points of the quarter, and that was number 21 for the EAC Generals, Art Cosa, hitting that 3. And right now he's in the free throw line for the freebies. So once there's a dead ball situation, si Dorian naman ang papalit kay Cosa. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. And there you go. So complete na yung platoon substitution nila. Ito yung sinasabi natin na maganda when you have a deep bench. Di ba? Pwedeng mag-platoon substitution ka no?
And you get to hold a lot of defensive pressure. You know, you can play full court press the whole game, especially when you know you're just playing around 15-20 minutes per player. So it's an advantage definitely, especially na established na yung sistema ng EAC.
Yes, and they are a team to look out for, to watch out for come season 101. At someone fell to the ground, but he's okay. That's number 14, Kinal. So Kinal is also one of the veterans based dun sa ating nakuwang information. So there are 12 holdovers sa lineup na binigay ng EAC. So, and we're checking on it. Talagang mga 6'4", 6'5", ang height. Yun na yung bagong trend ngayon. No? 6'4", 6".
Ang lalaki ng mga bata ngayon.
Oo. Ewan ko kung anong kinain. Ano ba na iba sa panahon ko, panahon mo, and then yung ngayon?
Parang nung start ni Junmar, parang natuloy na talaga eh.
Oo. Kasi dati, ang height, and there's a turnover there. And look at Number 14.
Binawi ni Kenyal.
Oo. Ang sinasabi ko kanina, yung during our time, pag naka 6'3 ka na, small forward ka na, or power forward ka na nun. Ngayon, ang 6'3 is just a shooting guard.
Oh, and to think, we have a lot of, I think, players who have really kind of broken the mold. We have players like Kevin Kiambao.
Yes.
Na totoong power forward ba siya or point guard?
Oh, nakakalito yun. Kasi 6'7", 6'8 yata siya, but he can really pass the ball well. Point forward. And as we take a look at Ed Nilag inside, but he was fouled. 15-13, a low-scoring game with less than a minute remaining. As Collian was whistled for another foul.
Good effort there from Ed Nilag. And see, Ed Nilag, he's one of those players that just provides that toughness, that grittiness to your team.
As we take a look at that, so syempre, bumalik na sa bench si Collian just to save him some fouls. Kasi ano na siya, dalawa na, and he's the big guy.
Tumawa na lang yung bench ng EAC sa airball ni Ed Nilag.
Nako, patay ito mamaya.
Hindi pa nagigising.
Nasa free throw zone to mamaya after the game. 15-14 is the score. A three-point shot there. Miss. And here comes EAC Generals on the run.
Beautiful pass.
Oh, great anticipation by the Filam Nation as they were able to steal the ball. Aquinino. Oh, tough shot.
That was close.
Kunti ka na yun. But then, talagang sanay na sa mga banggaan si Aquinino. Take a look at that.
Good hesitation there.
Pero minsan nakakatakot yung mga ganun, no? Yung parang sidestep na.
I mean, that's where a lot of, I think, kasi uso ba yung sidestep dati? During generation nyo?
Bibihira eh. Alam ko sina Elmer Reyes.
Because now you see it so often and you see a lot of injuries happen from this action as well. Kasi palateral and there's a lot of
Biglaan.
force. Oo.
So what do you, for example, di ba, you're coaching kids and of course yung Mikey Williams ka na, coach mo rin ngayon dito. Do you advise yung mga ganun sidestep?
It's definitely a move I think that you want in your arsenal. Kasi especially when you're coming downhill, it's a really good counter kasi at least it takes away yung variability of being in air. You kind of get the space on the ground. So I definitely think it's a move that most guards should have.
I see. So 4 seconds remaining. Oh, a Hail Mary shot. Oy, munti ka na. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a close game after 10 minutes of basketball action. The score is 17-16 in favor of the Filam Nation Select team. So, of course, they are led by Jace Aquinino as we take a look at the first quarter highlights here in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. 17-16 is the score. More of the basketball action here in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals as we will be back after a short break.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
And ladies and gentlemen, fanmillyaudience.com or .com.
I love that.
I love that.
Fanmilly.
Oo, Fanmilly. Of course, syempre yan yung mga times na, ito Sunday usually, ito yung mga family days or family time. And it's a perfect opportunity for players to bring their family. Of course, syempre mga basketball fanatics, if you have time, come join us. 3 games tayo, including this one. For the Pinoyliga, 2 games for the Global Invitationals, and 1 game for the Next Man Cup. Nako, Martin, yung Next Man Cup mamaya,
Sheesh.
Gandang panoorin.
Most definitely. I'm excited for that
Yeah.
one, Geeks.
It's LaSalle Green Archers versus Mapua Cardinals. Man.
Wow. Battle of the Champions.
Yeah. Not champions in their own rights. Kasi runner-ups ang LaSalle. But then they were champions the previous season. So, magandang ano yan, labanan. And of course, they were also, I cannot say na parang na hurt but they were decimated by some, yung mga nag-graduate, umalis, di ba? But then, matatag pa rin yung lineup. Ibig sabihin yung talent pool nila is...
I think especially here in Pinoyliga Cup because you have the residency players in already. And I think that's what makes this matchup so exciting. You get to see a glimpse of what's in the future for LaSalle. And, you know, we've been following the tournament and I think they're safe to say it's in good hands.
Yes, and then of course, baka mamaya maglaro mamaya sa Contest Camis. Ang ganda nun. Just like just good old days now, Contest Camis.
Feeling ko nga inactivate siya kasi alam din nila na why not, diba? Why not battle test against one of the premier teams here in the Pinoyliga Cup?
Yes, so mamaya po yan, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Here also in ENDERUN, kaya pag may oras kayo, punta lang po kayo dito sa ENDERUN at masaksihan ang mga great collegiate basketball games. Meanwhile, Aquininog for the 3, miss, rebound. Oh, what a pass inside. And look at Filam Nation. They were somehow, they are able to recognize one another sa mga plays na yun. No?
Yeah, I mean, they've actually done a good job here of controlling the pace of the game, as you mentioned, in the keys to winning this ball game. And I think more than anything, they've just been playing hard. At the end of the day, I think sometimes for these college teams, when you go against a select team, may level of, alam mo yun, parang you want to go hard, but at the same time, you look over at their bench and you only see one player on the bench. You want to use that to your advantage. And right now, Filam Nation is doing that.
Pero let's see. Siyempre, EAC wouldn't want na dumikit lalo ang Filam Nation, lalo na pag fourth quarter. Kasi pag yan dumikit na yan, the higher the chance yung Filam Nation na makakasilat yan.
Oo. Kumbaga parang na-empower sila eh. No?
Yes. As we take a look at 3-point shot by Kinal. Si Kinal, kanina pa yan tumitira na 3 or umi-score and he's very active right now. As we take a look at EAC right now. Another 3. No, miss. Rebound. Raipon. And si Mateo Raipon, no? I've talked to Coach Russell and he might be one of, as we take a look at the 3-point shot of the quarter. And speaking of Mateo Raipon, he's one of the players na masasabi nating glue guy ng Fil-AM Nation. He's able to coordinate and communicate with all the players na without at ease, walang problema. Now let's turn it over to our courtside reporter na si Bianca Tagarda. Bianca, what's up?
Kiko and Martin, play as if it's your last. Ayan ang motto ni Nico Kinal from CDO and Northern Summer who is in his last playing year for the EAC Generals. Kaya naman ay 100% daw siya dahil gusto niyang masulit ang last moments of his college basketball career. But this is not the end for Nico as a new chapter awaits him. If there's something na babaunin niya for that, ayun ay ang sistema at mga lessons na tinuro sa kanya ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes during his stay in EAC. But mga kaliga, we'll be right back after this timeout.
Kung bitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobling ninam nang nahanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Shawama Shack. Shawama Shack, mas masaya ang pagdalawa. Shawama Shack, Shawama Shack, doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Shawama Shack, oh Shawama Shack, kaya dito ka na.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals on top by 19-18 over the Filam Nation Select team, as the Filam Nation team are giving everything that they got right now. And surprisingly, they're just down by 1 with 7:37 remaining Kiko Malikdem along with Martin Diaz and Bianca Dagarda here in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. As we take a look at that shot block, the blocks is Sarabaya. However, Macaranas was able to score there. 2019, balik ang kalamangan para sa Filam Nation. Meanwhile, Kinal has it. Kinal tumira ng 3. Mintes. Rebound. Filam Nation on the run. Here comes Aquilinog. Oh, inside. Number 8. That's Sarabaya. Or Sarabiaya. Yan, Sarabiaya.
Sarabiaya. There you go.
Oh, Mateo Raipon missing on that. Pero look at that. Talagang lumalaban.
Good effort there from Jalen Jackson. He's actually had a couple of good looks in this ball game as well. Just hasn't got it to fall. But you just appreciate the effort.
6:43 remaining.
I think yung biggest dito sa mga Fil-AM, yung adjustment talaga sa physicality ng laro dito sa Pilipinas.
Kahit yung mga imports natin sa professional league sa PBA, di ba? When they come here, magugulat sila sa physicality. And not to mention yung magpe-play ka ng 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
And you see.
Oh, munti ka na yung kaya
Kaninog. Sayang. But good aggressiveness. But, it's really true. I think when you watch it on TV, you don't really get the full experience. But when you see it in person, maraming mga gulang-gulang yun sa loob na hindi nakikita ng camera
Oo. Yun yung talagang for the foreigners and of course the Fil-AMs, yun yung talagang masasanay sila once they play here.
I mean, how about this PBA Finals? The PBA Finals has been absolutely amazing.
And of course, yung nangyari kay Justin Brownlee, ang sakit noon. He's playing through the pain.
Playing amazing too.
Yeah.
This is the best basketball I've seen Justin Brownlee play in the past few conferences.
Yeah, agree. Even though he fell short ulit sa best import. But of course, syempre si Hollins Jefferson naman kasi todo bigay talaga
Nagpe-peak siya ngayon
Oo. Unfortunately for them, di ba? What keeps Ginebra alive is their bench.
Yun talaga. Especially ngayon, medyo bumabalik sa form si Jamie Malonzo. As you see, this is one of my other favorite players from EAC, Kylo Chavo.
Yes,
He's a spark plug.
He might be small but very fast and then very very intelligent player.
Tapos yung katawan niya solid talaga
Oo. So take a look at that. Parang ang strength ng Filam Nation is more on the wingmen and the guards. But of course, let's see if ever na maglaro na rin yung ibang players nila. I believe they submitted 10 to 11 players or names. Right now, they have 6. So, Coach Russell will try to make full use of it. Siyempre, di ba? You control what you can control.
Yes, of course.
Do not look for something that wala naman talaga, di ba?
And it's also a blessing for these players. I mean, if you told me that I could play 30 to 40 minutes in a ball game, I'd be very happy with that.
Yes. Lalo na pag bata-bata tayo, di ba?
Oo, naman.
Babad ka. As we take a look at Kininog, and then inside, look at that. He is fouled. Oh. He was called for the traveling.
I believe this is Andre Macaranas.
Oh, that's Andre Macaranas.
And he's had a couple of good looks at inside as well, but then just hasn't gotten it to fall just yet.
But I believe ito si Macaranas na to. Pag mabigyan lang to ng 1 year under Philippine setting talaga na masanay, lakas ng advantage nito.
Most definitely. I think there's a lot of these Filam players. May adjustment period as we see again.
Kylo Chavo. Oh my goodness.
Spark plug talaga.
Iba talaga yung, lalo na ngayon wala na si Cortiza. He will be given a lot of opportunities to really go for the basket. Kita mo yung pagsalaksak niya kanina. As we take a look, ayan, pagsalaksak niya talaga walang katakot-takot.
Oh. And I gotta hand it to, I think a lot of us obviously we know Coach Mab. Mab's phenomenal basketball. And may pagkaano siya, no? When you look at it, there's a lot, obviously, of content exposure. It's all over YouTube, but I gotta hand it to him because all of his players play basketball the right way. I must say. From Kit Jimenez, Kyle Ochavo, Nem de la Cruz. You know, you see na they're cut from a good cloth. So props to Mavs and his program.
And we take a look at Kyle
6
Ochavo.
points straight siya.
Oo.
Grabe.
Grabe yun, no? So, usually kasi, pag, di ba, pag maliit na player ka, you have this tendency to really just be a decoy, drive to the basket and pass. Sa kanya talaga, titira niya.
I mean, I think he's in line to have like you said, a breakout year, I think. You know, especially ngayon, a lot of EAC players in his position have kind of moved up. It's going to be an opportunity for Kyle to really step up here.
Yeah, si Kyle Ochavo and then si Oftana. Yan yung mga talagang gagawa. Yung magpapasiklab for this season. As we take a look at Ochavo, what a great pass. However, Mintes. And a follow-up there for number 30.
Ang lalim talaga ng bench ng EAC.
Yes. Oh, and there, a basket is scored by Macaranas. Andre scoring there. Kyle loses the ball. Here comes Kakinino. Kakinino on the run. Oh, Macaranas! And there is...
Some words exchanged here by Macaranas. And I believe that could be Raimundo.
No. Si Raimundo is 31.
Andes, 30. Angeles, there we go.
Angeles, that's Angeles.
So, I don't know if you caught it on the hot mic, pero yung coaches, humirot din sila na 6 lang kayo, mag-iingat kayo. Which is very true. We do not want to lose a player for Filam Nation.
And we're just in the second quarter.
You know, but I think you made a really good point there. You know, players like Macaranas, there is an adjustment period, but I think what we've come to notice with these Filam players is once they adjust, then their skill begins to show. I still think that a lot of these Filam players, when they come in, they're bringing a lot of skill that's sometimes not so prominent in the Philippine market,
Yes.
generally speaking. Yung galaw nila medyo mas suabe, you know. Kasi parang sa States, I actually lived in the States for 2 years. And yung napansin ko, yung depensa nila, hindi siya dikit eh. So you have more opportunity to explore your moves, explore different combinations.
Medyo graceful.
Dito kasi,
dikit agad eh.
Dikit talaga eh.
Pag sinabi mong tao-tao talagang ano na yan, depensa ng Jaworski, tawag nila.
Most definitely.
That's what I noticed with the Filam Nation. They're really graceful. Diba? But then,
Oh my
what a
God,
pass.
Wow. Kyle Ochavo's a wizard with that basketball.
Yes. Ganda ng pasa ni Kyle Ochavo. 2:25 remaining, 31-28, 3-point lead for the Generals. And the Filam Nation setting up the play. However, they lost that one. Tumatakbo ng EAC. However, a steal there by Jackson. Macaranas inside to Colyan. Yes! So, I'm thinking, pag si Konov na dito, pag maglalaro si Konov, he will be forced to play like a power forward center. Pero kasi si Konov, it's more of a 2-3.
May pagka-stretch siya eh. And you know, like, it's funny because it's funny how the big man has really developed.
Yes.
Especially in the college scene. You have a lot of players like Colyan who really reminds you of like Mike Phillips type of player.
Oh, yes.
And then you have players like Alex Konov who wouldn't say you're the typical, prototypical big man.
Forward,
Pero alam mo na yung stretch sobrang uso ngayon eh.
Mula yung nagsimula yung kaya Scottie Pippen. Stretch 3,
Yes.
4, minsan nag-2-2.
Most definitely. And then ngayon players that are really bending possessions, players like Draymond Green, Nikola Jokic.
Oh, yes. Draymond Green, undersized center. Pero power forward pa nga, undersized pa nga, 6'6".
Oh. And siya talaga, I think Draymond is really actually one of the most underrated players right now in the NBA din.
Pero paano pa kasi siya na-overshadow ng pagiging talkative niya kasi. And his incidents.
Yes, most definitely.
Pero if he minus those incidents, probably well received siya.
Yes, most definitely.
120 remaining. Jackson. Inside to Colyan. Colyan, jumper. Oh yes,
Wow.
beautiful jumper there.
Okay yung laro ni Colyan. I like his game. He's an above the rim player with a really nice jump shot as well, as you see a strong drive there.
And then Shanoda scoring there. Nakita mo yung pagkabalik ni Colyan dito, na-bump lang siya.
Oh, I think that would be the next level for him,
Yes.
being able to get a little bit more muscle and handle the physicality here
Oo.
in the Philippines.
Kasi yung na-bump out siya, dire-diretso
Oh.
na yung layup niya.
Eh, alam mo naman yung mga brusko yung mga big men dito sa Pinas. They may not be the most high-flying players, pero in terms of physicality at yung mga gulang, alam mo naman.
Yes. Naalala ko si umantak pala yung lumipad siya no? Kaya once na wala sa position si Colyan, it gave a free lane for Shanoda to take that layup. As we take a look at Colyan going back to the bench, small lineup na naman. And then Macaranas is forced to play as a center right now. Shanoda inside. Tolentino. Back to Shanoda. Ang lapad din ni Shanoda no? This player will be one of the players na makikita natin mag-explode for EAC given the opportunity. Tignan natin. He was the best player already sa isang panalo ng EAC sa Next Man Cup. So right now he's showing some, like we said, flashes of brilliance.
I mean, what's great about Shanoda, I think, is he has really good size in terms of kahit yung katawan niya, pero sobrang explosive niya. Going downhill especially. So he uses the system of Coach Jerson to his advantage.
And of course, may nagpapa-shoutout daw watching from the stream. Si Justin Almeda. Kasali daw siya dyan. Fil-AM daw siya.
Wow!
Si Justin, Pilipinong ampon.
Wow! Oh my God. Si Justin talaga. Sabi ko na eh.
Oo nga
Halata sa itsura, Just.
yun nga Nagpapagaling lang ng injury si Justin And what a layup there by Aquilino. Just in the nick of time. And look at that. Who would have ever thought that this would be a close game despite having only 6 players? The Filam Nation are just down by 2 points over the EAC Generals as we take a look at a second quarter highlights here in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. 36-34, the Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals are on top right now after being down by a point at the end of the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals.
Kung bitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobleng minam na nahanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Show Mama Shack. Show Mama Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Show Mama Shack. Show Mama Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Show Mama Shack. Oh, Show Mama Shack. Kaya dito ka na isang
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Mga kaliga, good morning. And for our halftime interview, I'm here with Coach Joseph Guion from the EAC Generals. Now, Coach Joseph, good morning po sa inyo. And matanong ko lang po kayo, what's the beauty of joining tournaments like the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals where you face the unfamiliar?
Okay, laking tulong para sa team namin kasi this tournament could help us build our chemistry as a team. Kasi alam naman natin, marami kaming bago this coming NCAA season. So, nakaka-build din siya ng camaraderie to each one of the players and familiarity namin as a team.
Yes po, Coach Joseph. And gaya nga po ng sabi ko kanina, you face the unfamiliar. And kayo naman po sa team ninyo, you are familiar with each other. But in facing po yung unfamiliar, gaya lang po nito na first half pa lang, pero parang sinusubok na po ang pasensya ng team ninyo. What's the right mindset?
Okay, it's a big help for us. Tama yan, with the unfamiliar foe. We could execute more yung mga nararan namin ng mga plays. At the same time, na-challenge din kami, knowing na yung mga players na kalaban namin dito is top-notch players din also from all over the world.
And lastly po, Coach Joseph, may gusto po ba kayong i-shoutout, batiin, or pasalamatan sa ating live?
Thank you lang sa EAC community. Keep supporting us. And then, sana matapos namin yung liga nito na maayos.
Thank you so much po, Coach Joseph. Now that's all for halftime interview, mga kaliga. Tutok lang po kayo dahil magbabalik ang Pinoyliga Global Invitationals Cup.
Kumbitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobleng ninamnam na hanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Show Mama Shack, Show Mama Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Show Mama Shack, Show Mama Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Show Mama Shack, oh Show Mama Shack. Kaya dito ka na isama.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Kumbitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobleng ninamnam na hanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Show Mama Shack, Show Mama Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Show Mama Shack, Show Mama Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Show Mama Shack, oh Show Mama Shack. Kaya dito ka na isama.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Kumbitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobleng ninamnam na hanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Show Mama Shack, Show Mama Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Show Mama Shack, Show Mama Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Show Mama Shack, oh Show Mama Shack. Kaya dito
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more with Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. At halftime, the score is 36-34, a 2-point lead by the EAC Generals. As we see right now on the screen, Kyle Ochavo and the rest of the Generals doing damages. At first, it was the Filam Nation taking the lead. However, in the second quarter, the EAC Generals stepped on the gas. As we take a look at the halftime stats, 9 of 24 for Filam Nation compared to 13 out of 19 for the EAC Generals. For the 3 points, just 2 3-pointers made by the Emilio Aguinaldo College, while for the Filam Nation, they have hit 4 3-pointers. For the free throws, a lot of free throw misses for the Generals, 4 out of 18.
Wow.
Then the rebounds department, it's 21-12 in favor of the Generals. Assists 16-8 in favor of the Generals. And of course, for the turnovers, the Filam Nation has that advantage, 7-13. Now, as we take a look at the top scorers, Aquininog with 14, Macarenas with 9, Colyan with 7. While for the Generals, we have Ochavo with 6, Shanoda with 5, and Kinal with 5. Martin, as expected, the names for the Filam Nation, they are the ones taking charge. Sina Aquininog, Colyan, and si Macaranas. But for them to really have or get the win, kailangan nila tulong-tulong talaga sila.
Oh, most definitely. I think Filam Nation has done a great job of doing exactly what we thought they needed to do to, be competitive in this ball game. I think yung EAC, hindi ko lang puyat pata. So, I mean, a pretty glaring free throw statistic.
Yes.
And, as well as the turnovers, so obviously a lot to talk about here. I do feel there is this level of, I guess, comfortability knowing that Filam Nation only has 6 players. So in the second half, I'm going to look to see if EAC can turn up their intensity as well.
I'm expecting also EAC to turn up, the level of play nila. Especially now that probably they after the halftime huddle, meron ng mga nice words. Yung sina Coach Season on that. Siyempre siguro, sabi mo masyadong dikit for a 6-man rotation or 6-player rotation. Medyo, for a team that has, let's say, 15 players on hand right now.
Kumbaga buti na lang wala dito si Coach Gerson kasi malapit yung magalit.
Si Coach Gerson. But of course, tingnan natin, let's see if this Filam Nation will be able to hang on or if the Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals will be able to stamp their class in the second half. So we are just moments away for the start of the third quarter. 36-34 ang score. Possession will go to the Filam Nation. So si Jalin Jackson with a basketball. Jackson, naghanap ng papasahan. Binigay kay Macaranas. Macaranas, he drives inside. Macaranas always, looks like he can play the 4. But he's like undersized para sa 4.
The good thing with Macaranas is he has a good base to his body. But he is a little undersized. So he's one of those players who I think also pwede siya maging 3-4 eh. Actually, kamukha niya si I don't know if you're familiar with si Liangelo Ball, Jello Ball.
Oh, yeah.
Kamukha niya eh.
Oo nga, no? Mas payat siya lang. Mas payat siya. And now, EAC, they made the first field goal here. So, tingnan natin, 9:06 remaining. Will this be the start of EAC's run? Shanoda is now taking on Colyan. And now, Raipon, binigay kay Jackson. Colyan, he drives against Shanoda. Oh, what a shot there. Halos magkamukha lang yung dalawa, no? Si Colyan at si Shanoda.
Parehas yung buhok eh.
Pero
But-
tingnan natin.
I have been impressed here with Desmond Collian. He's shown good touch. He can definitely be a above the rim player, especially in the pick and roll. So another bright player to look out for.
Meanwhile, Raipon, oh, miss! Yun yung sayang eh, no? Ganda na ng layup
Oo.
eh, no? Just the bounce. Tolentino, binigay kay Kotiamat.
Kita mo naman dito kay Raypon. You can see he's a good decision maker. You know, obviously, he's just, I guess, a little bit more on the slight frame.
Yes.
Pero matapang yung bata.
Once a player has the heart,
Mm.
he can go places.
Yes,
Yung
most
nga lang,
definitely.
kailangan lang siguro mag-bulk up si Mateo for this.
Kailangan ng apeton.
But then, sabi nga ni Coach Russell, he's the glue guy, so maybe just parang tamang-tama for a point guard.
Yes,
If you're a
most
point guard, you should be the glue guy of the team. Siguro with added weight, Mateo would be somehow a key contributor to any team that he will play.
Most definitely. I mean, I feel like you can tell when the player's the son of a coach. Iba yung
Yes.
galaw nila eh.
Oo. Pag ano nga, no, tama ka. Yung pag anak ka ng coach, talagang because the coach is, your father will be there to guide you. Kaya yun yung advantage mo. As we take a look at Jackson making that free throw, it's 38 all. Surprisingly, 2 minutes have gone by in the third quarter here in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. Kiko Maligam along with Martin Daes and Bianca Tagarda inside. Shanoda, double team. Someone is free. Tolentino decides to drive. Oh, gets it
Beautiful
back
look,
to Shanoda for the basket.
What a pass by Tolentino. Si Tolentino, ang ganda ng pacing niya.
Oh.
It just seems like he's playing the game at his own pace, never getting rushed.
Parang naghahanda na rin yung EAC just in case na sina Kyle Chavo, graduates, sina Kinyal, meron na silang papalit. Just like sa Mapua, they have Gonzales and then in case si Clint, di ba?
Seems like Raipon took a hard shot to the head. It seems like he's bleeding here. I think he might take an inadvertent elbow or it could have been a headbutt there.
Score is 40-38. 2-point lead.
All right, no blood. No blood, so...
He's good. Just signaled that. Let's take a look at that.
Ayun, yung forearm.
Oh, nag-agawans for the ball.
And yung mahirap dito, it's also Coach Russ, but it's also Dad Russ. So obviously, on the sideline, kung nakita mo yung anak mo, of course, two hats yun. You know, I don't have a son, but
Yes.
I can imagine.
Meanwhile, Aquinino, floater. What a basket there for Aquinino.
Aquinino has been impressive in this ball game so far.
Let's see. Cossa. Oh, his pass. Medyo parang tentative yung galaw ng EAC.
It's not the normal EAC game that you're seeing. You know, obviously we just covered the game last week, and they look like a well-oiled machine. In this game,
Parang nagdadalawang isip sila if they're going to pass the ball, take the shot. Kasi siguro minsan, pag nagdadalawang isip ka na, there's a tendency na ma-anticipate ng kalaban mo.
it just seems a little bit sloppier than usual. Kasi sanay tayo na maganda yung ikot ng bola ng UAC, and as you mentioned, there's a little bit of tentativeness.
Score is 42-40. And of course, gonna say good morning to everyone watching from the Facebook page, YouTube channel of Pinoyliga, and also to the Smart Sports. So ladies and gentlemen, let's turn it over to our courtside reporter, na si Bianca Tagarda. Bianca, good morning.
Coming from Bicol, Filam Jalen Jackson shares na kahit kakalipat niya lang in the Philippines in July last year, he was welcomed by a devastating typhoon which not only affected him but also stopped his basketball stint for a while. As a Filam, Jalen tells that the only thing he wants in a team ay yung walang language barrier, especially that he's more into English than Tagalog. Kiko and Martin, how crucial are language barriers?
Well, definitely. Language barriers. So, for example, sabihin na lang natin si KQ pumunta sa Japan or Korea, he should be able to understand. Kahit siguro understand muna. But then, if there's a language barrier, it's very hard to communicate.
Oh, for sure. I really feel for these Fil-AM players kasi a lot of them who never first time nila sa Philippines, as we see this
3-point shot of the quarter. Yan.
and I've had a lot of Fil-AM teammates na struggle talaga para sa kanila kasi they're adjusting to so many different things, yung playing style, yung culture, yung pagkain. So it's definitely a culture shock, I think, for a lot of them. And actually I have a funny story kasi one of the biggest culture shocks of the Fil-AMs na napansin ko is yung bidet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Naggugulat din sila na parang, ganito pala yung culture nila na So, it's just, I feel like it's a lot of things hitting them at once.
Yes, definitely. Siyempre, that's the reason why siguro pag may yung mga team captains for the teams, respective teams, they are the ones who should reach out to sa mga mga sabihin natin foreigner na friends nila or Fil-AMs to make them comfortable sa teams.
For sure. Kasi I think there are times na minsan nahiya sila, of course, to approach, especially when they can't speak the language.
As we take a look at that steal by Brian. Oh,
nako.
But traveling si Brian Angeles. And timeout is called. We'll continue our discussion for this game after a short break. Meanwhile, the score is 46-44, a 2-point lead enjoyed by the Filam Nation Select. We'll be back in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. Oh, that's a clear travel.
Sumobra talaga eh.
Oh, sumobra yung ano. So again, timeout is called. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo's Wings and Things, one of our sponsors, along with the Shawarma Shack, and LGR.
So one of our crew members here pointed out, Kicks, na si Desmond Collian. Kung si Andre Macarana, si Jello Ball, si Desmond Collian, si Lonzo Ball.
Ay, oo.
Medyo kamukha niya eh, no? Kahit yung tiro din daw.
Oo nga, no? Tama.
We have the Ball brothers in attendance here for Filam Nation.
44-46. Oh, what a pick up there by Jacob.
Good play there. Good hustle play from Jacob for EAC.
Macaranas, binigay kay Akinino. Akinino has a basketball. And we just heard, of course, we're near the bench kasi ng EAC. No? We heard them put some pressure. They're telling their players to put some pressure. So, meaning, they have recognized the fact na, aanim lang to, di ba? Kailangan yung pressure, paguri na to, di ba? But let's see if they will be successful with that. As we take a look at Kininog binagay kay Collian. Collian for the three. Oh, yes, sir!
That's the second three of the quarter for Collian. He's starting to percolate a little bit in this quarter.
Yes. Oh, what a pass!
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Si Kylo Chavo parang may mata siya sa likod ng ng ulo niya eh.
Oh. Meanwhile, Akinino, oh! He has been the man here in the uprising of Filam Nation in this game. Meanwhile, Ochavo, he drives.
That was a really tough shot by Aquino. I don't know if you noticed it, but pagtaas niya sa layup, tinaas pa na yung release ng layup just to get it over the outstretched arms of the defense. He's been really impressive so far in this ballgame.
So let's see, 51-43 point lead, 2:43 remaining in this third quarter. Jackson has it. Jackson, tumira, Mintes, tumatakbo na si Ochavo. The Generals are on the run, and there is a foul called.
Seems like there's going to be an offensive foul here
Offensive foul.
on number 28, I believe.
16.
16, okay, sorry about that.
There was a push there. So, missed opportunity for EAC. Aquino, he drives. Ooh, floater, no good.
Ang tapang
Miss.
ng bata.
Loresto. Oh, I thought he's gonna dunk that one.
It seemed like he might have taken an extra step there. I don't know. But ayun na nga eh, parang yung EAC, you feel just a little bit flat-footed, I would say.
But let's see, kasi mukhang nagising na sila. 51-50. Macaranas for the three. Oh! 3-point shot for Macaranas.
So, as you mentioned, the big three of the Filam Nation has really been performing well in this ballgame. Kahit si Macaranas, hitting it from long range.
As we take a look at that fast break play, layup, yan yung sinasabi mo, against the outstretched arms of Loristo. So, saying hello to Patty Colian, Tessie Fernando, and Cali Bass. Watching the game over the Pinoyliga Facebook page. And EAC settling for those outside jumpers. 54-50, 120 remaining. Aquino, pinasa kay Colian. Colian, he drives. Oh, look at the flick of the flick of that layup, yung bola, no? Pagka umikot, kala ko mapasok.
He's definitely showing signs of brilliance here. Just overshot, but Kyle Ochavo.
Yes.
Instant offense eh.
Oo, grabe tong Kyle Ochavo. And Jacob.
I think it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul here on Jacob.
So the officials saw that one.
I believe it was on Jalen Jackson.
Is it Jalen Jackson or with? I think it's with Colian.
With Colyan, there we go.
No, Colian is playing well also. So I guess LPU was able to get, a gold mine here in Desmond Colian. Not only he can shoot inside or play inside, he can also shoot from the outside.
Yeah, really good player. And you like a player who can bring a lot of versatility to your team. And Colyan definitely providing that.
56-52, 47 seconds remaining. Oh, layup. No good. Tumatakbo na si Kyle Ochavo. Ochavo drives. Loses the handle.
I guess that's the thing with Kyle Ochavo as well. We love obviously his play. He loves playing early in the shot clock. Pero minsan, he needs to be able to find the pace in that. Kasi kung masyado niya minamadali every single possession, magiging predictable na siya.
Oh. 22 seconds remaining. Oh,
Kala
ko titira. Kala ko titira. Oh, Raipon missing on that one. Rebound, Kyle Ochavo on the run. Decides to pass to Tolentino. Oh, Kinao loses that one.
Showtime.
Oh! Just in the nick of time. I was about to say, oh, he missed that one.
Kalo ko rin eh. Parang palabas na yung bola eh.
Oh, kaya sabi, oh! But then, the ball
Brother connection.
the ball went in. And surprisingly right now, the underman, let's take a look at the third quarter highlights.
Wow.
Loristo almost dunking that one, but making that shot. Then, of course, Kyle Ochavo all the way, making that basket. And then was the last play when we thought that it would not go in. But Macaranas was able to score that off an assist from Collian. So the underman Filam Nation Select, Fil-Nation Select score is up by 6, 58-52.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Back to the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. And as we were checking on the quarter scores, 17-16 Filam Nation on top by 1 after the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, the EAC Generals were on the in the driver's seat 36-34 after outscoring the Filam Nation 20-17. But in the fourth quarter, Filam Nation scored 24 points compared to just 16 for the EAC Generals. 58-52, fourth quarter right now. The undermanned Filam Nation on top by 6 points, 9:28. Kyle Ochao, oh, what a pass!
Wow.
To Loristo.
He's just so dangerous in transition because you just don't know what he's gonna do.
So, kailangan talaga na may katapat si... Pagkalaban si Ochavo, kailangan mo talaga may katapat na mabilis din.
Ang bilis ng transition niya from defense to offense.
Yes. And then of course, yun sa mga teammates naman ni talagang sasabayan mo si Ochavo. And here comes Ochavo ulit. And Raipon is tasked to, to guard him.
Para siyang pitbull eh.
Oo. Attack agad eh, no?
Oo.
58-54, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, Fil-Nation Select has really been on their best ball game here. I think they have executed so well on all of the keys for them to win. They've ran it perfectly. Each player stepping up, good individual performances, and the pace.
So tingnan natin kung mame-maintain nila to with 8:47 remaining. Because I believe right now, take a look at that. Macaranas missing on that one. As I was saying, nakita ko ngayon na parang the pressure is on already. Yung EAC Generals, parang hinigpitan na nila yung depensa, and it seems that they are bothered already. Na lamang ng 6 points yung
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they played this game a little flat-footed. Medyo kulang sa energy. Pero ngayon, you can feel na nga na medyo nagigising na sila. But is it gonna be too sorry, too late for the Generals?
So tingnan natin, 8:08 remaining. Kinal binigay kay Villarente. 3-point shot. Oh, yes! That's number 14, Nico Kinal. One of the veterans here from Cagayan de Oro, taking up business administration for EAC. And don't look now, it's just a 1-point lead for the Filam Nation. And they are tightening up the defense. Dumidikit na ang EAC. And look at that defense. Jackson, walang mapasahan. Mateo, Tomira, Mintes. Tumatakbo na si Ochavo. Ochavo with the basketball. Ochavo, he drives. Layup, Mintes.
Akala ko. But he's just such a force. Oh, it looks like they're gonna give Kyle. They might give him a technical foul here. Pero kita mo na nga, yung frustration ng EAC medyo nandun na. Yung gigil. Diesel lang, diesel.
58-57. As we take a look at the quarter score, sabi nga natin 17, 24.
Good put back there from Jethro Bakud.
At yan na, gising na nga sila.
Oh, took some time, but then I think they're back in this ball game. I actually saw one of the assistant coaches talking to Kylo Chavo na okay lang daw na pinapush niya, pero minsan iset down niya yung play.
And they have the lead right now. That Mintes. But they have the rebound inside. No! Oh! What a shot there. Jethro Bakud. Siya yung nagpaparamdam. Standing 6 feet 4 inches mula sa Tuguegarao City.
4-point turnaround yun for Bakud.
How will Filam Select respond? Oh!
That's
and
how!
they responded with a 3-point shot.
Wow.
Pero sa kabila naman, oh! Swabbing layup by Angeles.
You gotta wonder if fatigue is starting to set in here for Fil-Nation Select.
Oo, kasi syempre, with all the bumps,
Oo.
then syempre, 6-man rotation, paano kaya nila ano yan? Rebound, won by Bakud. Ito na, nagmamadali na ang EAC. Kinal, may hawak ng bola. Oh,
That's gonna be a push
there
there.
was a push.
Medyo nahuli si
Nahuli
doon.
Oo, nahuli yung ano.
May extension eh.
3 points of the quarter. The 3-point shot of the quarter. Take a look at that from Nico Kinal. One of the veterans. Isa sa mga sasabihin nating titignan or sabi natin na yung magniningning ang between for season 101 ng NCAA.
And si Kenyal, kahit dito sa Pinoyliga Cup, has just been steady for EAC. So definitely gonna be one of the leaders for the Generals in this upcoming NCAA season.
And Aquilino, fearless drive for him. 63 all. 5:54 remaining.
Got ourselves a ball game.
Angeles. Binigay kay Doria. Angeles ulit. He drives and there was a foul. Right now, let's turn it over sa ating courtside reporter na si Bianca Tagarda na may balita for both teams. Bianca.
One word you'll hear from the coaches of the EAC Generals for this
Two free
game.
throws,
At iyon ay ang
Brian
word of
Angeles.
pressure. Dahil nga first half pa lang ay tila sumasakit na ang ulo ng mga coaches and the bench is quiet. Apart from that, the coaches told the players na huwag matakot tumipensa. They may be challenged right now pero mas marami daw sila kaya kailangan daw ay tatagan lang ang loob. A very serious atmosphere we have here, but let's see how the EAC Generals will handle their mental toughness for this game. Kiko and Martin, how is the fourth quarter so far?
Well, so far, Bianca, no, dikit to. We were saying nga kanina, medyo nakagising na ang EAC. Na doon na yung ano, yung init ng mga coaches eh, no? Parang nagising na sila. Oy, di ba?
Forced to wake up na sila. I mean,
Yes.
it's been as he said, a decent start, but then I think, as he's mentioned, they're well back in this ball game.
As we take a look at that play, si Bako talagang he's forcing the issue inside na. Dahil ano na to, sabihin natin 5 minutes and 16 seconds, just a 1-point lead. Parang hindi pa pwede yan. Let's take a look at a 3-point shot of the quarter. That was Desmond Collian hitting that 3-point shot. I believe nakatatlo na yata o 4 si Collian.
He's played amazing in this ball game. And you know, as you mentioned kasi, for EAC, kung ikaw yung nasa coaching staff, this is a team that you do not want to lose to.
Yes.
Kumbaga, in their eyes, this should be an easy win.
Si Aquilino, no? Talagang fearless. Walang
Tapang.
tapang. And kung tama tayo ng information, Letran. Oh my. Talagang lahat na nasa Letran tatapang eh. No? I mean, buo ang loob.
100%. And if it's right into that Letran mold.
Oo. Actually, yun yung parang that sets Letran from other teams. Yung buo ang loob nila nasa loob ng court.
I think, especially yung mga top NCAA teams, ang tatapang ng mga players nila.
Oo. Meanwhile, Bakod with the rebound. 4:45 na lamang nalalabi. Binigay, Kinal, inside. Doria! Inside, no! One more chance. Yes, Doria scores that one.
Good put back there from Doria.
66-63. 3 puntos ang kalamangan ng EAC. Aquino. May hawak ng bola. Naghahanap ng papasan. Pick given by Colyan. Aquino. Oh, what a shot there. Everything but a basket for Jace. Dito naman sa kabila si Doria. May hawak ng bola. Binigay naman kay Bakod. Bakod. He drives. Oh, he was fouled. And right now, EAC is forcing the issue inside. Binibigay na nila sa loob.
It seems like that seems to be the biggest shift here in the fourth quarter.
Take a look at that. I think the foul will be called on Macaranas based on what we saw. So, babalik tayo mga kaliga dito sa Pinoyliga Global Invitationals.
Kung bitin sa isa, anong hinihintay pa? Dobleng minam nung nahanap mo ay nandito na. Sarap na buy one take one at hindi magbabago. Tara na dito sa Show Mama Shack, Show Mama Shack. Mas masaya pag dalawa. Show Mama Shack, Show Mama Shack. Doble ang sarap, dito may forever ka. Show Mama Shack, oh Show Mama Shack. Kaya dito ka na isang
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Francis Maligdem along with Martin Daes and Bianca Tagarda here in ENDERUN Gymnasium for the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. Up next is the women's division. We do have the WMPBL All-Stars going up against the UP Fighting Maroons or the UP Women's Basketball Team.
I'm excited for that one.
Yes, especially yung pagbabalik ni Ono. Tama yan.
And you know, a lot of them I feel like were teammates on Gilas as well. So we're gonna see a little bit of a matchup
Oh,
between
yes.
some of the Gilas teammates.
The former players from Gilas and then syempre yung current Gilas din. Ganda. As we take a look at Colyan,
Timely bucket there for Colyan. He's delivered when they needed him.
68-65, 3:42 remaining. So far, Coach Russell has really done a good job, in coaching and guiding this team right now.
Yeah.
Doria, he drives inside. Shanoda. And that's the bread and butter play right now.
Yung
Drive, pass the ball inside.
dump off pass, no? They've gone to it this whole game, and it's really paid dividends for them in this ball game.
Nalaman nila no? I mean, hindi naman nalaman, but they have realized that yung na kailangan nila i-pounce the ball inside.
They have been struggling a little bit from perimeter and from the three-point line, but overall, you see,
Nakapasok pa yun. I thought that EAC had the ball already. Tapos naipasok pa ni Jalen Jackson that ball. Ito na kay Shanoda inside. And look at that jumper, Mintes.
naku, naipit si Akininok.
Oh. And that was a missed opportunity for EAC kasi dalawang players ang laki. Kumuha na ng bola. Na-sandwich nga si Akininok. As we take a look at that one. Ayan,
Kita mo na, naipit si Akininok.
Silang dalawa yung
I mean, you just admire the effort here by Fil-Nation Select. 6 players, we thought, well, at least yung prediction mo, you might be right. We might be seeing an underdog win here. I personally thought that this was going to be kind of a dominating performance for EAC, but they've stayed in this ball game.
So, of course, we'd like to say thank you to LGR, ENDERUN, Smart, Shawarma Shack, and Buffalo's Wings and Things for supporting the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals. Ochavo, we're nearing the twilight zone. Here we go. Oh, miss there. 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Last 2 minutes here. Shanoda, may advantage. Oh, pero
great
nakagaw ni
defense.
Jackson. Jackson, disadvantage, pero pinilit.
I gotta hand it to Jalen Jackson. You know, he hasn't really shot the ball so well, but he's been continuing to be aggressive, really forcing the issue here. He'll get a great steal.
Oh, nakagaw talaga yung bola. And then, grabe no, yung tapang ng bata. 3-4 yata yung kalaban niya. Talagang sinugod niya pa rin eh. No? 1:45 remaining, 70-67, 3-point lead for EAC Generals as Jackson makes the first free throw. Yes, sir. 2 for 2 as we take a look at the families watching the game right now. 70-69, just a 1-point lead. And all is silent sa bench ng EAC.
I think it's a lot closer than they want it to be right now.
Yes. Inside. Shanoda, binigay. For the 3! Oh! You should not leave Kinal open.
He's been the best shooter for the Generals, and hasn't been gun shy.
Meanwhile, Jackson, he drives. Walang foul yun. Obviously, that was a foul baiting expedition for him, but the officials would not call that.
I mean, you appreciate the aggressiveness, pero he just hasn't been able to get into much of a rhythm here yet.
Oh!
Wow.
Kinal stepping up big time for EAC. And right now, it's a 6-point lead with less than a minute remaining. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look at that play once again. Nico Kenal. Grabe ang puso ng bata. Babalik tayo dito sa Pinoyliga Global Invitationals.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Fil-Nation Select, 75-69. Down. They are down by 6 points as Nico Kenal and the Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals were clutch. Sobrang tibay ng puso, tatag ng puso when during the last 3 minutes of the game, they're stepping up big time. And now, they are up by 6 points. So let's see anong gagawin ng Fil-Nation basketballs. Akanino has been silent so far. Pero tumira ng 3. Nagmintes.
That almost went down.
Oh yes, definitely. Muntika na yun.
Pero ang tapang ni Aquino ka.
Oo.
Like every opportunity that he gets, kahit konti lang yung space.
Titira niya.
Oo.
No? 75-69.
Take foul na dun si
Si Mateo.
Raypon. So,
Look at that.
ayun.
They really have to foul Kyle Ochavo so that they will have more time for them to launch a comeback if ever. Ochavo. Oh, he misses 2 free throws. Jackson has it. Pinasa kay Colyan. Colyan. Oh, what a steal by Tolentino. Tolentino is fouled and now will go to the line. Minsan yan yung yung miscommunication pag hindi masyado matagal. Usually kasi pag kunyari kakampi mo na matagal, pwede mo sabihin, oy, may nasa likod, di ba?
So true. I mean, that's definitely one of those things where I think lack of focus, or hindi lang naman lack of focus, pero especially when you're trying to make a comeback, you're so focused on the shot that sometimes you're unaware na there's someone right behind you. And this might be the icing on the cake
Yes,
for
definitely.
EAC.
I would agree. 25 seconds, unless a miracle of biblical proportions happen, medyo mahirap nang habulin to. Wala namang 4-point shot dito eh, no?
Mukhang pagod na rin si namumulikat na ata si Kininok. But Fil-Nation has nothing to be ashamed of in this ball game, I think.
Yeah.
They did an amazing job of keeping EAC on their heels the whole game hanggang nagalit na lang yung coaching staff.
Nagising na sila, no? So it's now a 9-point lead, and let's see if they can push it to 10 points with 17.74 seconds remaining. Yes, Shanoda makes it a 10-point lead. Raipon for the three. No good. And they will just run the time or the clock. And after 40 minutes of basketball action, the Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals takes home the victory. EAC Generals taking home a 10-point win. Then, like what we said, nothing to be ashamed of for the Filam Nation or Fil-Nation, as we will now hear or listen to the school hymn of the Emilio Aguinaldo College. And ladies and gentlemen, after 40 minutes of basketball action, 79-69 ang final score. And like Martin and I have been saying, nothing to be ashamed of for the Fil-Nation Select. They gave everything up.
Most definitely. I think they had a lot of bright spots, a lot of... Kumbaga, I guess for them, the goal is really to, as you mentioned earlier, get their confidence. And I think for a lot of the players there, this is definitely a confidence booster.
Yes, definitely a confidence booster. And of course, para makita din sila ng ibang teams or ibang college teams on, how they play basketball. Ang dami nga dyan eh. Like yung kwento nga kanina ni Bianca about kay Jalen Jackson, di ba, na he went to the Philippines pero nagkaroon ng bagyo kaya natigil din yung basketball. It's a way for him to be back in the loving arms of basketball. Di ba? So anyway, ang galing and ang galing ng ginawa ng EAC. They really pounce on the weakness of Filam Nation. But of course, we know Filam Nation or Fil-Nation Select, they will be back. And of course, hindi lang siguro 6 players ang gagawin nila. So right now, we'll turn it over to our courtside reporter si Bianca Tagarda with the best player of the game.
Mga kaliga, I'm here with our best player of the game, that is Jacob Shanoda from the EAC Generals. Now, Jacob, congratulations for your first win dito sa Global Invitationals. But how do you find your first game dito?
Para sa amin po, nahihirapan po kami mag-adjust sa umaga po na game. Ayun lang po.
And how were you able to handle the pressure kahit na paulit-ulit din sinasabi sa'yo ng coaches mo na kailangan mo rin i-pressure yung kalaban?
Ano lang po, pag nasa bench, kailangan nila mag-relax para ma-handle yung pressure na binibigay ng kalaban.
And lastly, may gusto ka bang batiin, i-shoutout, or pasalamatan sa ating live?
Shoutout ko yung mga teammate ko na nandito ngayon. Mga coaches. Shoutout ko yung girlfriend ko. Ano po. Shoutout Jude Bagay and Aldeo Lucero and Leonor Tana. Nico Kinal and Felix Villarente and Jello Ruristro and Bap.
Ayan, talagang inisa-isa mo yung mga teammates mo. But thank you so much again, Jacob, and congratulations once more. Now, that's all for Best Player of the Game interview. Now, back to Kiko and Martin.
Right. Congratulations, Jacob Shanoda, for winning the Best Player of the Game. And, of course, to the EAC Generals for winning the game 79-69. And coming up, it's the women's division. It's the WMPBL All-Stars going up against the UP Women's Basketball Team here in the Pinoyliga Global Invitationals.